Uh, Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues. I would like to thank you for the opportunity. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, I would like to add something to what Honorable Dura has echoed. He has addressed the issue of governance. But we must address the real issue. The real issue that young people are grappling with is unemployment. For me, I'll speak for what my constituents are talking about. Our population is between 25 million people. We have 25 million people between the age of 17 and 64. And whenever you go back home, honorable colleagues, you will attest that nearly 30% of your constituents are presenting you with CVs and asking you to help them find jobs. Parents are grappling with the issue of looking at their children after graduating and being skilled and looking at them with the pain of having no access to opportunity. We can talk about change of leaders, we can talk about change of policies, but for as long as we do not address the issue of access to opportunity, then we shall not have addressed the real issue. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, when the traders closed as a result of the taxation, people laughed it off. The continuing pain of people losing their capital due to high taxation, due to high interest rates, due to lack of access to capital and factors of production, narrowing the gap for growth is just a recipe for poverty, and as a result, we shall have increased crime. As a result of increased crime, we shall breed repeated demonstrations day in, day out. Right Honorable Speaker, finally, the gap between the rich and the poor continues to grow. And for as long as it continues to grow, there is relevant discontent. Today we can lock up all the corrupt, because if they are arraigned in the courts of law and proven that they are guilty, rightly so, the course of the law must take its course. We as Parliament can do something, because we've produced reports. The report of Trade and Tourism produced something, and here it's the basis that government has used to apprehend some of the people. So someone cannot say that Parliament has completely done nothing. Maybe probably they are demanding for more, for much more accountability, and rightly so. The Honorable Du clearly said that people, after failing to access us here, they want to access us at our own homes. I support that. The member of Parliament you elected must be accountable to you. Go to his home and ask him, why is it that this is the one being taxed? Rather than finding us in a group and say that whatever you're debating it collectively and accepting it collectively. Probably we say no to certain things, but we are not good enough to persuade some of you to agree with us. Therefore, if your constituent is discontented with what we are debating, I support them to come to your home and ask you as their member of Parliament as to why they are unemployed, as to why they are highly taxed, as to why they are evicted and you have nothing to say, rather than coming to burn down an institution that they seek to occupy. In any case, Right Honorable Speaker, there is a cycle of election. If someone is discontented today, my best advice to our young colleagues, 16 months are not far away. If your member of Parliament has not performed, pick the nomination forms and contest against them and come and do better here. You can change what you want to change when you sit here. But for as long as you shun politics and leadership, You'll never ask for accountability and get it. If you want to get it, take part. To our young children, we might have disappointed you here and there, but you have an opportunity to also contest, and you come to this platform and you debate your own way out. Thank you.
Now, whenever you very well know that the Owechitibwa is an important title in Uganda as a kingdom. And it's very, very important to correct the record so that they don't meet Owechitibwa from Buganda and they run after him because Honorable Duru's, the transaction he got might be different. So if it pleases you, let me allow the chairman of Uganda Caucus. We have here.
Right Honorable Speaker. Actually, me, I'm an honorable member. I'm not Owechitibwa. Owechitibwa in Uganda is a member of the Uganda Ruchiko. And is so treasured within our cultural setting. I may understand Odul not being from here to have insinuated. So to insinuate, even on the street, that Owechitibwa equals to a thief is there to undermine that title. After the Katikiro, all ministers of the Kabaka are titled Owechitibwa. All members of Ruchiko are called Owechitibwa. Therefore, Right Honorable Speaker, may I move that you expunge the submission of Mr. Odul where it refers to Owechitibwa as a thief. If he doesn't personally, withdraw it.
Yes, that's what I wanted to go for, that the Jonathan Odura, I know, can easily clarify the record and the answer will capture it very well.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you so much. I started by putting it clearly, and I'm really sorry because I don't speak Luganda. I only felt what people relate to me. Having now understood that the title Owechitibwa is a preserve for honorable, distinguished servants who serve the Kabaka of Buganda, and not people who sit in this parliament.
No, but what if Honorable Jonathan, a person was giving you a very good title because you're doing well your work? Your Owechitibwa. The one who translated gave you a wrong.
Yeah, and that's what I'm coming to.
Yeah.
And having now been educated by the chairman of Buganda Caucus in Parliament, that this title is a preserve. First, I condemn anyone who will continue to translate to me that title in the wrong way. And starting today, going forward now, I withdraw and will only use it whenever I meet a distinguished member of the Kabaka's government. I withdraw.
And whenever you're called Owechitibwa, accept. It's an honor. Yeah, thank you. Yes, Honorable Namuga. Exact balance. We have gender, we have what. And it's not how many times you stand up. I'm seeing you. I know members who.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And I want to thank you for your patience. Because much as we wanted to handle this matter in the start, but you guided very well, I want to thank you for that wisdom. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to remind colleagues and your seat about the preamble of this Constitution. Right Honorable Speaker, we the people of Uganda, recalling our history which has been characterized by political and constitutional instability, and recalling all our struggles against the forces of tyranny and oppression and exploitation, I will not read everything. We did agree that this is the very supreme law of the land. You want me to read everything? You'll submit later. Right Honorable Speaker, we all agree that this is the most supreme law of this land. And we all agree that Uganda operates under a multi-party political system. Right Honorable Speaker, as the National Unity Platform, on Monday, we are meant to have a press conference. When we went to have the press conference, we found every color of uniform of police, of defense forces of this country. There was UPDF, there was police. The only uniform I didn't see was prisons, Right Honorable Speaker. And by yesterday, our colleagues were arrested. Our colleagues were arrested. I was mistreated. Right Honorable Speaker, I agree by the submission of the Right Honorable Prime Minister that it could be the police forces detected crime. But I thought the same force that you used to oppress us, the people of the opposition, would have been the same force you would have used to keep peace in that place so that we could hold the press conference. You had all the forces. You had the police, you had the army. You would have guided very well and have us in-house such that we could have the press conference. Right Honorable Speaker, the party wrote a letter requesting to have Kololo on 22nd as our place to celebrate the 4 years. And you denied us Kololo because you are innovating. We agreed. We went to Kavule, the party headquarters, that are well known to all of you colleagues. It is not our crime that as a party, you've not yet constructed headquarters. But we have a very big place, Right Honorable Speaker. We have a very big place and we could fit there. So, Right Honorable Speaker, if the National Unity Platform went ahead to have its party headquarters, is it a crime? Is it a crime for us to hold meetings in that place? And Right Honorable Speaker, as a leader of this House, and our colleagues are in prison, I thought this would be a matter of national importance to you as a Speaker. How can your members be held in prison for no good reason? Because we are operating under a multi-party system. And Honorable Speaker, I request you to guide. I don't know whether government wants to start giving directions on how the opposition should move. Namuga from home, you must go to here, from here get to the other place. If that is the direction, then write to us. And you formally inform us on how we should move. Guide on the direction. To Right Honorable Speaker, freedom of expression is a right non-negotiable to this country. Yes, very true. So, Right Honorable Speaker, for this House to sit today, when our youth, the Gen Zs that you like so much, and that is your generation, are being refused to march to this House, Right Honorable Speaker, to bring their petition. Right Honorable Speaker, people have been detained in several police stations. People have been detained. Right Honorable Speaker, are we proceeding very well? No, if we sit in this House when the law is totally being disbanded, we are acting out of the Constitution, outside the law, Right Honorable Speaker. Is it intentional on the side of the NRM to oppress everyone? Is it intentional? The Prime Minister should come out and explain, Madam, come and explain to this country. Why are you acting informally, even under where circumstances, when you know the law? You were here misinterpreting the law purely. In your favor, you misinterpreted. So, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you for directing very well. But we cannot proceed to handle business here. I'm not directing. But it is human to think about the opposition beyond. We are citizens of this country and we should be given equal time, equal space to express our rights in this country. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, I think 80% of the people who have spoken are from opposition. So I'm giving you time. That's number one. No, on a platform which I'm in charge of, you have space. Number two, honorable colleagues, the problem is here we sit, Rope raises issues before they are even answered. Or a minister is answering, you start order, you don't want to even listen to an answer, and then you also repeat what your colleague had raised. We go repeating. Can I request the Attorney General? Can I request the Attorney General? Yes. So are they raising the same? Because you see, if we are repeating ourselves, okay? Yes. Because if you're saying yesterday they raided officers, colleagues are in prison, can't the Attorney General first clarify on that, guide us on that, and then if there are gaps, I give you chance. Sometimes when we listen, our issues are sorted. Yes. Attorney General, no, I'm going to give you a chance.
Honorable Speaker.
Please, Honorable.
Right Honorable Speaker, it has now become deliberate that
I just wanted to know whether the member has now settled, if he feels he has been heard. Attorney General?
Thank you very much. Right on. Mine is to just guide on the issue of the colleagues who have been arrested. This rule about not discussing matters which are in court can be a good rule even for the person whom you think you are defending. I have sat here and listened to many versions of what transpired at the place where they were arrested. I have had also different versions of what transpired at that place. So in an attempt to think that you're doing them a favor, you may actually do them a disservice. So when these matters are in court, when you stand here and say this person was doing this and this and this, you have no idea what this person has told the police he was doing. So you may actually do them a disservice. So as is correct, they need to be handled in accordance with the law, but let's also manage ourselves in that same orderly manner for them. So, Right Honorable Speaker, if a colleague has been arrested, there are two things that we need to work to ensure. One, that the person has been detained in a place that is properly gazetted. And number two, that this person is not held longer than the period that the Constitution allows. I cannot stand here and say I know why they were arrested. But the framers of the Constitution, who are members of Parliament at the time, found it necessary to allow police in the Constitution the mandate to arrest someone when they have a suspicion that this person was going to commit an offense. So, whereas the opposition may look at everything with suspicion, always look at it with suspicion, you always need to sit back and think, what if they were right? What if they were wrong? So let us allow the police the opportunity to do that. That's what I was given, that's what I was requested to give. Yes. It is, I'm not, no. No. You see, when we speak like that, even that is not good. If you want to share with me, you will share with each other with respect. And my view, just like yours, needs to be listened to.
Honorable, yes. Honorable Sechi.
I allow the information.
But you are off, you no longer have any floor to use. But Honorable Batsarira, it's okay.
Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you. Learned Attorney General, I hear you on the explanation in the Constitution. And the information I wanted to share with you as our boss, head of the bar, is that the matters under discussion are matters that have been a subject of judicial attention and judicial interpretation. The issue of powers of the police. And the reason why these issues are being raised here is not for purposes of sub judice. It's really for the bigger purpose of the conduct of the police towards associational freedoms. You know, the Mwanga Chivumbi case has highlighted the extent of the powers of the police, and other, in fact, in the latest judgment, the lead judgment written by Justice Sebodion was very clear on the mandate of the police. Now, what we are experiencing now is that police is drifting away from the guidance of the Constitutional Court in the conduct of their affairs. And I think that's where the problem is. For example, the issue of meetings of political parties are outside the purview in terms of notification. That a party, an organ of the party, can convene a meeting without necessarily notifying the police, as opposed to a public meeting or a rally. And the courts have been very clear on that. On the issue of reasonable suspicion, the courts have also guided. In fact, reasonable suspicion cannot be done whimsically. That was the word the courts used. So the police cannot say, we suspect that so and so will commit a crime. So it is really about judiciousness and reasonableness in the conduct of the police. And I think that is the bigger concern where we find ourselves and where you need to guide, especially on powers of the police in light of the decisions of the Constitutional Court.
Attorney General, before you respond, you could also pick on what.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, why we rise up in arms against the statement of the Attorney General?
You have been peaceful.
Yes, Right Honourable Speaker, thank you. Most obliged, Right Honourable Speaker. Is when the security forces of this country turn a matter that is purely political and they try to punish it by using courts. This is not the first time, honorable members, I've been here. We've had such similar incidents in the past, like walk to work. And I wish the Attorney General today and the Inspector General of Police, Byakagaba, could take a leave from the retired IGP Ochola. There are instances where even if you suspect, you can keep these members. At a reasonable time, you set them free. Like usually, they used to curtail the opposition by holding them until late hours in the night when there was nobody to walk home with. They are taken to their homes. That wasn't the best. We condemned it. But here, where the Attorney General looks in the camera and says he's going to subject members of Parliament under a punitive legal system, where they are arrested in their cars, Right Honourable Speaker and Attorney General. We witnessed a member being arrested in the course of driving his car. His car is towed and is inside. He's taken to CPS. And at 8 p.m., he's arraigned in courts of law at night and remanded. Right Honourable Speaker. It was at night, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Attorney General, this is our country. We are lucky we are on the government side, and these are warning members. But tomorrow you may not always be in government. Would you wish to be treated in the same manner when you are organizing? Why are you causing unnecessary fires? Why are you causing unnecessary hatred and friction in the country? On a simple matter, Right Honourable Attorney General, look at it this way. Today we are in government and therefore you speak a lot of law and a lot of English. But you know very well that these are the people who are helpless, then you are citing sub judice, meaning that members of Parliament should not speak, they should allow theirs to go in prison, and I think this is not fair. So once you are meeting your colleagues, be fair to us.
Thank you, Honourable.
Be fair to Parliament.
Then they respond.
Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you for the opportunity.
Adjust the microphone, Honourable Yon.
Right Honourable Speaker, first of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity. Secondly,
no, please, Honourable colleagues.
Secondly, I want to thank you
Honourable Sechkubo,
for having...
Honourable Yon wants you to listen to him.
Sechkubo?
Now, no, please, Honourable, please, don't cause excitement. Honourable Sechkubo, you were hard in silence. Let's listen to Honourable Yon.
Thank
Please,
you
let's not exchange. Honourable Yon.
Thank you so much, Speaker. As you're very much aware that we've been in a struggle to look for signatures to debate a matter of national importance in this Parliament. I want to thank God that from 0, we went up to 172. We are left with 5. We pray to God that we get the 5. Reason being, we voted for you, Speaker. The Speaker and you, we voted for you to chair this House neutrally. Right Honourable Speaker, you have failed to defend this House. The President painted us clearly in Kololo during the State of the Nation address that I used to hear, but I have now confirmed with evidence that there is corruption in the Parliament of Uganda and the Ministry of Finance. My first question is, you as the chair, as the speaker, what have you done to clean our image which has been painted bad? In the streets we are moving, they are calling us corrupt. On this same parliament, we requested you yourself and Speaker, Right Honorable Anita Among, that there is exhibition of parliament going on issues of corruption. Give us space on the order paper to have this matter debated. It is 2 months down the road. The world is aware that there's corruption in this parliament. We want this matter to be debated. Why are you running away from that debate? You are meant to be neutral. Give space for all of us equally. Why are you making us suffer? Running through this country looking for signatures to debate this matter of corruption in this parliament. You need to come out clean. Right Honourable Speaker, you, Right Honourable Anita Among, has been painted out for being corrupt. Your name has been mentioned for being corrupt. We are also having a motion to have a matter debated on the commissioners. We have our evidence. We want to lay and have them defend themselves. You are all blocking us from that. What is this parliament all about? Where are you taking this country? Today, this country is under panic. Today, they have deployed the army massively because of issues of corruption in this country. Why don't you let Ugandans free from corruption? Why don't you allow us debate the matter of corruption in this parliament, here in this floor? It is too much. We are not thieves. All these MPs have been painted. If we know we are clean like me, screen me. We have evidence. We have evidence. So we need this matter to be debated. You need to clean your name, Deputy Speaker yourself. Anita Among needs to clean her name. The commissioners need to clean their names. The ministers need to clean their names. And as MPs, if you have anything against us in this parliament, we need to clean our names.
Thank you.
Why don't you want this matter to be debated on this floor? Deputy Speaker, we need this matter addressed.
Thank you.
If not, we are ready to join the Ugandans because you're blocking us the opportunity to debate. We were voted by our voters to come and debate. Why are you running away from debate, Deputy Speaker? Why is Anita Among running away from debate? Why? We need a parliament which is pre-corruption.
Thank you, Honorable Arion. Thank you. Now, Honorable colleagues, the Honorable Arion is raising, I think Honorable is given you time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Honorable, very, Honorable Arion is raising very critical issues. And Honorable colleagues, personally, I come from a culture where we say, a spirit that speaks does not kill. Yes, so Honorable Arion speaking is not a problem. And Honorable Arion, I feel for you, but I'm very sure this same parliament has supported you here by giving you space where you have corrected signatures over time. Honorable Arion, you yourself, you've told us you've not yet gotten the signatures. I don't know how I'll put on order paper a motion which is premature, which has not yet met the test, as you have confessed. So I wish you well. I wish you well, and I think Also, before the public calls us corrupt, it is us honorable members who have been moving around saying our colleagues are corrupt. Some of these things we put them on the public. So when Honorable Arion gets the signatures with the Honorable Sechkuba, we shall welcome them. And you will have our audience, Honorable, because you are rightful Honorable colleague in this house. Number two, I think there is a clarification which needs to be made. I will guide the chairman legal, committee on legal, on Tuesday. The chairman committee on legal and the chairman committee on budget on Tuesday. I'll give you space. You inform members because things continue, moving around, you know, because what is important is what is in my heart. Me, if you call me corrupt when I'm not corrupt, it's not, no, I don't need to, because you've not tabled evidence of me being corrupt. So I will request you table, okay? Each one of us has been accused of corruption here. Each one of us. I know, even some members who are raising the highest voices, they have been accused of corruption, but no evidence on them. And that's why the president has been very clear. He waits for evidence. For those members whom he has gotten evidence that he considers is credible, he has taken action. So I will request the chairman committee on legal and the one for budget on Tuesday. You come, you explain on these issues which have been perceived as if people sat colluded and did whatever they wanted to do. I think that clarification is very, very important. No, they are not, especially on the issue of commissioners. Okay? So I will do that. And then finally, Honorable Macho, and then Attorney General comes in. Oh, Honorable Independent.
Honorable Speaker,
We are still here, Honorable
I
colleague.
seek your protection.
It's just
Honorable
4
Speaker.
p.m.
Honorable Speaker, I seek your protection. My brother, I'll give you information. I'll give you time. Right, Honorable Speaker, I really want to thank you for the opportunity you have availed to me. I was over the weekend in Busia, and I was lucky to cross to Kenya. We had a function in the other side to promote the cross-border cooperation. And I was introduced in the title of Honorable in Kiswahili is called Mheshimiwa. But when I was introduced as Mheshimiwa, there are some Gen Z young boys who changed my title from Mheshimiwa to Mwisiwamiwa. Mwisiwamiwa means a thief of Cain. And that was a very big embarrassment because Parliament of Uganda is tainted with corruption. And I want to agree with you and agree with all the speakers that it is high time that we speak about this event that has really attacked our August House. Whereas Mr. Speaker, they are speaking about the Speaker, about the commissioners, about you. We also have the writings on the wall speaking about the law, 1.7 billion. And truly I want to agree with you that almost everybody is talked about. Even Honorable Rion, it is known one time they spoke about him. Honorable, my mentor, Seki Kubo, I don't know where he is. They are calling him a land grabber. So therefore, give us enough time so that we talk about this matter and we clean ourselves as leaders so that we build the confidence of the August House in the public of our voters. Because how will Honorable Sekukubo look for signatures and when he comes to Busia, they say he's a land grabber? How will Honorable Rion come to talk to his people and they say he had a scan with the park? You see, all these are matters that we should speak here publicly for Ugandans to know that and Ugandans know and gain confidence in the August House. Because people keep calling Madam Speaker, you must resign. Deputy, you must resign. Commissioners, you must resign. We should also call in finance. There are issues there and other agencies of government.
Thank you.
I therefore want to thank you for this opportunity.
Thank
and Mr. Speaker, you're a wise man. I really thank you.
Now, Honorable, there is something which I think Parliament has been made a face of corruption, and a picture has been painted. For example, I don't have a job because Parliament, you're stealing money, because Parliament's budget is not even 1%, okay, of the national budget. So, are people failing to get roads because of Parliament? Are people failing to get jobs because of Parliament? Are people failing to get schools because of Parliament? Are we failing to get pay rise because of Parliament? I think we must sit, we agree that some people won't stand on a moral high ground, and then Parliament, we look like we are the face of corruption in the country. It really can't, and it can't spare any of us. That's why I was very cautious on the issue of colleagues when I saw them going for each other the way they were doing. The president has said he has opened the one corruption. You have a duty under the Constitution. The accountability. We have accountability committees. What are we losing? Let us support the president, and we show him we are your ally on this. And then we don't look bad. So that is not about executive, parliament, and all that. No. The president is very clear on corruption. So let's all of us play our role. Attorney General, first clarify the other.
Colleagues, the issue before us of corruption is not partisan. It is a matter for all of us to address. So let's not get into our political camps here, because we are going to derail our fight against corruption. Let's not do that. I have seen in the past several members of the opposition carrying out their rallies. They were never arrested. Why yesterday? Let us hold police accountable, but let us also allow them to work. Let us hold them accountable and allow them to work. Colleagues, we are leaders here. For someone to say here that people were presented in court at night and remanded is wrong. No, because court has working hours. Now, you see the problem here.
Let's listen to that, Attorney General.
If we don't listen to each other.
No, let's listen.
If the issue is that the person has evidence that a person was presented in court at night, outside court hours, we are here, bring it, and we're going to hold the courts to account. Let's hold everyone who is in a different space to account, to play by the rules upon which they are playing. So let us work together and deal with this issue of corruption. Let us not take it into an issue of partisan politics. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, chairpersons and the whips, Prime Minister, tomorrow we have a business committee meeting where we are going to discuss business scheduling for this session, and conference hall at 9 a.m. Be there so that we look at the urgent business and priority of business. Then I've been informed 9. So please. Okay, they are saying in the communication it is 10. So go back and refer to the communication that you have. It will give you a better picture. We are even going to put you on the group, and then we shall also have an induction for the new committee leadership. I have found that sometimes we make a mistake. We appoint people in leadership. We just say, go and start working, which is not all helpful. So we shall have a full day induction to go through, and we understand each other. We see how best we can proceed. House adjourned to tomorrow at 2 p.m.